Oh, Instagram's catching up. Hello, everybody. Pause and drink your water. So this is my first Get Ready With Me in the new space. My first Get Ready With Me in forever. It's been so long since it's actually been so long since I've been live. And I fully appreciate this is a terrible angle where I put you guys, but I tried to use this. I literally spent like the last half hour trying to figure out a good setup for my devices, and I only have 2 of you on live. So can you guys hear me okay? Can somebody drop that, yes, I sound okay, you can hear me, because I literally have you guys sitting on my makeup vanity and you're sitting on the microphone. So if somebody could just say, yes, I can hear you okay, we're going to get started. So this apparatus didn't work. Okay, thank you. Euphoric List 42. I appreciate you. And John Kelly, thanks for telling me. Facebook, could somebody tell me you can hear me okay? Because like I said, you're sitting on the microphone. And I'm going to do this. So this setup didn't work. So we're going to put this back on my desk. And then I got to figure out, because again, I'm just live on 2 platforms. So I'm only live on Instagram and Facebook today. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tommy Tuning. I appreciate you guys all telling me that you can hear me okay. So how's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. I am officially, we are back. You could have built it for me. I am in the USA. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I really debated whether I wanted to get back in with the Get Ready With Me's, because I feel like society as a whole is such like, we have a very short attention span. Thank you, TikTok, for doing that, because now everybody's got like a 15-second attention span. And I wonder if my Get Ready With Me's are just a little too lengthy. People are like, don't have time, don't want to watch it, that kind of thing. So shoot me a message or drop it below if you have an opinion, whether these are a good idea or not. I also think this is a great way for me to connect with you guys, chit chat, that kind of thing. Don't really have any specific message for today, other than the fact that I wanted to let you know I am going to do a trial packing live later. So if anybody is doing some last minute trials and wants in, been a while since I watched your videos. Hope it's not too short. Oh, thank you. It's been a while since I've done videos. Ever since I've moved to the farm, it's been tough for me to find like a spot to do these things. So we just got done with our new build. Our builder is officially out of the house, which is awesome. And it just felt like it took a really long time, which I know going into it, everybody says that when you do construction, you should count on 20% more time and 20% more cost, which I think is pretty accurate, to be honest. So, yeah, so that's why it's been a while. I changed up my makeup routine probably a lot since we chatted last, so I am going to kind of go over that a little bit with you guys for those of you that are interested in it. I found a couple of new things that I really, really, really like. And then, like I said, later I will be going live with trials. So if anybody is last minute going in to purchase a trial, just go ahead and do that, and then I can get it packed for you live today. I am going to also do my hair, but this is the new bathroom. Don't love Facebook. You can barely see these. Don't love these light bulbs, so I'll be changing those out. But I really love what we did to the house. I'm really loving the new build. And if you didn't catch, soon I'm coming back to the USA. Awesome. Where are you now? If you didn't catch my story about building and adding on to the house, when I moved, I sold my house. You know, your girl fell in love and moved in with said fiance. and sold my house, which I loved my house, but moved in with him. So moved to the farm, and we decided to do a little bit of a, what's this? All right, so this is an eyelash dryer. So I have lash extensions. You can't see because the lighting's not really great in here, but I have lash extensions, and these are great to dry the eyelashes after your shower. But I also found I'm loving like hydration mist. So because it's summer and I'm outside a whole lot more, your face can get a little bit of sun damage, that kind of thing. I'm not sure what you just said. You like the old style hang door. I love that. And that is a door that actually goes into our walk-in closet that then goes into our master bedroom. I love that door. That was kind of like like, do we need it? Do we not need it kind of purchase? Yeah, so I like that door too. And I love the style of door that we got. So the house is an old farmhouse. So we tried to go with like that modern farmhouse look, and all the new doors we installed are like this panel type of door, and I love them. But anyway, I've been using a lot of facial mists, and I like to, before I put all the other stuff on, just kind of blow it dry a little bit, which I'm really, really liking. So definitely, if you're feeling like you've had some dryness through the summer, give that a try. Oh, I forgot a towel. That's all right. I'll wipe my hands on my leggings. I'm also loving, and I had bought these before, and then my teenage daughter got me back hooked on them, but Glow Recipe, the Plum Hyaluronic Serum. This is super hydrating, and it also kind of, if you're into that whole glass skin trend that's going on right now, you see it on Instagram all the time. Hi, like my cat ears. It really helps with that. But I love the just silkiness and hydration it gives me, because like I said, it's summer, so I'm outside a lot, and it just really helps with hydration and feeling that like dewy feel that you want maybe closer to summer. And then this one is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops, and it's tinted, so it gives like a little bronzing effect. Love these two together. I got them at Sephora. I think you can get them at Ulta too, but these are really nice. Those are new since I've been doing these work with me's, these get ready with me's. Those are new into my routine. The other thing I'm really liking is I was struggling because well, y'all know I had a giant spray tan machine in my house when I had my old house. So that has not been put together yet, only because we have so many projects going on and it's just kind of been pushed to the back burner. So I've really struggled with trying to find like self-tanner, like something to give you a little bit of glow. I do not, when I'm outside, I make sure that I put a mineral sunscreen on my face. So I don't like to get like sun on my face. I also will wear a hat and that kind of thing. So what I've been using, and I got this at Sephora, and I asked the lady there who I was directed to because she was supposed to be the self-tanner like queen at Sephora. It's this stuff. It's called Isle of Paradise. There you go, Facebook, if you want to screenshot that, and Instagram. It's called Isle of Paradise Dark Self-Tanning Drops. And you literally add it to moisturizer, sunscreen, whatever you want to add it to. I use 4 drops. That's all you need is 4. And I put that on my face. And I love the color it gives me. Now I will, full disclosure, if you're not super careful with your hands, it's going to act like any other self-tanner you put on. So it's going to act like, like you're going to have lines. So you want to make sure if you're not going to wash your hands after, which I tend to not do that because I lost you guys at Instagram. Sorry about that. And Facebook is down now. So slow connection. Maybe we need a Wi-Fi extender back here. But anyway, I make sure like you really, just like with any self-tanner, make sure you really rub it into your hands and on the edges and stuff like that in your hands. I'm sorry guys. I don't know why it keeps trying to reconnect, but it keeps dropping for you guys. So I apologize for that. And then as always, one of my favorites, the Grand Pout I love these. I've been talking about this stuff for years. So it's great to, wow. There's somebody over on Instagram making comments and I'm like, I can't, like half of it's in English and half of it's in another language. So it's very distracting. But not that it's in two languages, it's just I'm trying to process and understand what it is. So my makeup routine kind of got a little bit bare lately, but I do want to, I'm going to create some content today, so I'm going to kind of do all the things. So here we go. But anyway, maybe people are trying to watch. You're coming through okay? Wow, Instagram, you're on fire today, that's for sure. But what's everybody doing today? It's Thursday. Can you believe it's almost the middle of July? I actually had to just mentally like go, holy crap, it is practically the middle of July. Like I can't even comprehend that. Let me make sure I got everything that I wanted to use. I have all these drawers of makeup, but like the stuff that I'm like, I know I touch it every day is in here. And I will tell you, I did this before and this is such a hot tip that it literally took me forever to figure it out. But you know how as a woman, I have like a morning routine and a nighttime routine. And forever I was like pulling things randomly out of drawers, like to do my morning routine or my night routine. And then I learned because I stumbled on like this Uncluttered Mom. I want to say it was on Instagram. That was her name, Uncluttered Mom or something like that, about clutter and organization and stuff like that. And she said about doing a bag or like a bin of just your morning stuff and then your night stuff. So all you have to do is just grab that. And oh my gosh, I hope I'm explaining it correctly because in my head that makes sense. And I loved it. I did that. I actually, before I had this set up, I actually had just a bag that was for my morning routine. And instead of like pulling the pieces out every morning and taking, even if it took an extra 3 minutes to do that, it just feels like it saved so much time in my day. So another thing I started using was this is a under eye concealer / eye cream. So it's kind of like one of those ones and it has like the little cooling applicator on it. And I just kind of put this on before I start everything. And I'm not saying I let it bake, but I do kind of let it on there for a while I'm doing everything else. It's almost like a little bit of a base. But that's a new thing. I really like that. Okay, we're gonna like... Sorry guys, blocking somebody. Gotta love idiot people. That's what I gotta say. So really liking this stuff. And like I said, I just kind of put it on there and just let it sit. I must have gotten a little sun yesterday. It has been ridiculously hot lately in Pennsylvania. So kiddos and I have been spending more and more time in the pool because it's been so hot. But yeah, so things I learned from this build. So I have never done a major build before in my entire life. I'm gonna forgive me if I feel like I look like I'm a fish out of water. This is like a new setup for me, so I still don't have like my flow. So things I learned. 1, don't expect them to start on time. And I adore the guy that did our build. He's a buddy of mine. He's done lots of projects for me and I adore him. But we signed this contract in December for him to start in January. And he didn't start till April, May. So, and I think this is important, if nothing else, just so you're not frustrated if people know this. Like, don't expect them to start at a certain time. Just because they have delays, they have things they've got going on. And the other thing is we had gotten we had contacted a couple of people to give us estimates. And the one person, like, actually, because I kept contacting them to give me their estimate, like their price, and they kept it's almost like they got irritated that I wanted their estimate. So, like, I feel like people should go into a major renovation or a major build understanding that timeline is not a thing. It's just, I don't know. I expected it. I guess I expected all kinds of different things. And I think I probably would have been less stressed out if I would have known, hey, this is going to take a few months. Or if that one that got irritated with me because I wanted their estimate, if they were just like, hey, it's going to take us 4 to 6 weeks to get you an estimate. You know, I just feel like there should be more communication. So that's one thing I learned. The other thing I learned is be very prepared in what you want. So for me, I was like, I'm no designer whatsoever, but I also know what I like when I see it. So I recommend to people going into a remodel or a build to just have all of that laid out. And especially if you're waiting, like, I wish I would have, in those months between December and April, when they actually started at the end of April, like, if I would have been like, hey, go pick out the lights, like the sconces, what did I want over the vanity? Go pick out the mirrors, go pick out the doorknobs, go pick out the toilet paper roll holders, because your builder or who's ever doing the project for you, their job is to just get it up. No pun intended. Their job is to just hang the light. Their job is to hang the mirror. Their job is to put the vanity in. Your job is to know what you want. So going into this, it was like, all of a sudden he's like, we need faucets for the sink. And he's like, I need faucets for your sink. And I'm like, okay. Like, I have no idea what I want. I had no idea what to get. And he's like, well, we really could have used them today. I was like, well, that's just not going to happen. And then it went to, all right. So he was practically stopping at Lowe's maybe every morning on his way through, because he would drive by it to get here. Sorry. I need a closer mirror. So, then I was limited to what Lowe's actually had in stock. And that, I know, when you're spending money on stuff like that, you don't want to settle. And I feel like for the faucets, I finally said to him, I'm like, well, can I just order them and they come in whenever? And he's like, yeah. So I ended up ordering them online because I couldn't find anything I wanted. We ended up going with matte black, everything. And I couldn't find anything I wanted, so I just wish in that time of waiting, somebody would have said to me, hey, why don't you get all your ducks in a row and figure out what you want when it comes to all this other stuff and get it ordered? Because then I just think it would have went a lot smoother had I had all of this stuff figured out. And I didn't know, and nobody told me, and he didn't tell me, which I don't feel like it's necessarily the builder's job to tell you this. I just think it was my job to know this stuff. And like doorknobs. Do you know how many freaking doorknobs there are in this world? And so we needed the doorknobs, and it was a matter of I had to go with whatever Lowe's had in stock, which I wanted matte black, and they didn't have anything that I liked in stock. So I ended up settling. I'm like, all right, well, this will work. But I mean, it worked out because I actually really like the doorknobs we got. They're kind of like, they're still round, but they're more square round. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but I really, really like them now that I have them. But that was just like one of those things that I'm like, I wish I would have had all of that, like, buttoned up. And I certainly had plenty of time to do that. I just didn't know to just go ahead and do that. And your builder is not going to be like, hey, next week we're ready for doorknobs. You have a week to 10 days to get them. So he's not going to tell you that. That's just not the way they think. And that's just, honestly, that's not their job. So there's that. And then it was like goofy stuff. Like had I had the mirrors, so we have a double vanity. We bought the vanity, loved the vanity. And then I wanted double mirrors. Like here, maybe I can like pick you guys up. Hold on, let me show you. So Facebook and Instagram. So there's our sink and mirrors, right? Again, I hate the light bulbs I put in the sconces. They will be changed because they're so yellow. It was just something I had anyway. I decided on the double mirrors with the sconces in between. Well, I didn't have the mirrors or the sconces when they installed the vanity and put in the holes for the lights. Okay. So because I didn't have all of that, they put in holes, they lined them up perfectly, like even with the vanity. But because of the way the mirrors were shaped, they're not perfectly spaced. And now looking at them, you wouldn't guess it. But installing them after the fact ended up being a little bit of a snafu, because we're like, oh, if you line your mirrors up with your sink, it doesn't line up perfectly with the sconces. You know what I mean? So it's just little stuff like that I was like, I wish I would have just bought it all together so that it was all here when they were installing the vanity and putting the holes in the walls for the sconces so that they, you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. I would have to say that was the biggest thing that I learned is when you sign a contract for a build, or don't wait to pick all of that stuff out, because it's really important that, like, I should have had all that here. And by not having it all here kind of held things up a little bit and stuff like that. So, yeah. There's that. I'm really trying, guys. This setup is, I still feel like I'm scrambling here. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're making it work. So what else did I learn? Write down everything you ask for, because it is so important. Because like little things that I asked for, you know, they can't possibly remember everything. I'm going to set this here. Let's see if I can make this work. Little things that I asked for, like he can't possibly remember everything. And then I don't remember it because I'm that person that once I say something, like my brain is moving on to something else. So like, for instance, we in the office / sunroom, we have ceiling fans. Well, I had asked him, and I know I asked him and we talked about it. I wanted the ceiling fans on one switch and the lights on another switch. Okay. Cause it goes, I think there's 3 ceiling fans and then 4, like, they're like little bamboo kind of pendant light thingies. So I wanted the ceiling fans on one switch and the lights on another switch. I know we talked about this, but I also know he totally forgot about that. So now I have one switch that if I want the fans on, I have to have the lights on. So instead of them being on 2 separate switches, and that, I want to say that wasn't my fault or wasn't his fault. It was just like, till he got to it, he forgot what I said. And I actually forgot the day they were here that I wanted it on 2 separate switches. And it wasn't until it was all done and I went to flip the fans on and it's one switch. And I'm like, son of a gun. And everything was already like finished, painted, everything. And it was like, whoops. So 100% write down everything you ask for. So every request, keep it in a journal, like keep it in a notebook, every request you make. Because like I said, if I couldn't remember, how the heck was he supposed to be? Because we were like giving him like, oh, we want this done differently, or oh, we want this, or we want this. And that was a daily thing. And nobody can remember all that stuff. So that was definitely one of those things that I learned that everybody should know. Going into a major remodel or build or something like that is for sure, make sure you keep a journal of the things you ask for, because I just think you're going to end up getting, not that we didn't get what we want. We did. He did an amazing job. I highly recommend the team that did it. If you want to know who they are, feel free. If you're local to me and you need somebody great, they're great. And I will totally refer them. But like I said, in a situation like this, because it was such a large build, I mean, we put on a huge new sunroom. We put in this big bathroom, and then we took what was once like a very large bachelor's kind of den that was built on the back of the house. We turned that into, good morning, Robert, into a walk-in closet and master bedroom. We kind of like divided it. So they were here for like 3 months every day, practically. And so it's a lot. But so like I said, it's not that we didn't get what we wanted. We did. We got an amazing, beautiful product. It was great to have them here. They were super entertaining. I can't say enough great things about this team. And I felt like the price was amazing for what we got. So nothing like that. It's just, if you decide to do something like this, grab a journal, grab a notebook, and write down everything you specifically asked for, so you guys can like, almost like team meeting, like review things. Cause there were things like that Adam had asked that then Adam forgot about and he forgot about and stuff like that. So it was like, fine. You felt like you were constantly like trying to remember all the things. So that's what I'm saying. If you could just write down all the things, then you don't have to remember them. Pause and take a drink, guys. So yeah, that's one of the things I learned. Let me put the stuff that I'm not using right now. Okay. Rediverting the conversation back to makeup for all you ladies that are watching. I found this BB cream at Sephora and I freaking love it. Like, remember, I was super excited because I love the Mary Kay one, which I still do. I'm not saying I don't love that one. But holy buckets, love this one. This is, and I've never heard of the brand before. It was just like I was there and the lady's like, if you want a great BB cream, like, this is a good one. I'm like, okay, let's try it. It's called Dr. Jart Plus. All right, Facebook, go ahead and screenshot this if you want to, and then Instagram. Dr. Jart Plus BB Cream Premium Beauty Balm. Multitasker with niacinamide. That's the stuff in that other stuff I put on. It's hydrates, conceals, and protects, and it's a broad spectrum SPF 40. So again, got it at Sephora. Love it. Now, I will say I got the wrong color, but I'm also that person that will improvise. So I use 2 pumps of this. Okay, so 2 pumps of this. And then I use some sort of bronzy drops. So this is the Drunk Elephant one. I like this one. I also have the Bare Minerals one. I would have to say any kind of bronzy drops you have. So I'm just making it a little bit darker. And I literally just put like a little bit of bronzy into it. Love, love, love this stuff. And this is pretty much the foundation I'm wearing through the summer. I'm not really wearing any other foundation. Now, I will put concealer over this, but people keep asking me like what foundation I use. This is the stuff. Like, I love this stuff. And everything that's left on my hands, I'm putting on my neck and the backs of my hands. So just really rubbing it in. But I love this stuff. I love it so much. And I don't know, it's terrible lighting. Like, what you see is not what I see in the mirror, but we're going to go with it today. So yeah, so that's a makeup tip. Love that stuff. Go ahead and grab it for yourself. This is the Givenchy 4-in-1. I don't remember what the heck this is called. Prisma Libra. It's the 4-in-1. So it's like bronzer, concealer. It's like 4 different colors, highlighter. I just kind of dust this over because I don't love that glass skin look. And since I put that other stuff on, and I feel like this almost like sets it into place a little bit. So there's a little bit of that. But the build is done. Builders are done. It's not done because Adam wanted to do the shower, which I'll show you guys. Let me move ya close. So the shower is there. It's giant, but it's not done anywhere close. And then the tub is here out looking over the farm. So it's a great bathroom. It's huge, which I love. Tabby and I are going to start cold plunging in that tub today. She doesn't know it. Well, I mentioned it to her and she was not super excited about it, but we're going to do it. So we're waiting for Adam's going to finish the shower because he wanted to do that part, and the AC. So, because he also wanted to do that part. So that's what he's going to be doing. And then it's done. It's done. But the builders, you know, like I said, we had a great experience with our builders, but having 2 to 4 men walking through your house, creating messes, like that's the other thing. Like clearly they were men. So there's just mess everywhere. Was like a layer of chaos that is now no longer in my life. And although they were super entertaining and I loved having them here and they were, you know, a lot of fun. And I mean, some of the things, like I would be sitting in my office and just like laughing, giggling because they're like cussing at each other and fighting with each other and playing practical jokes. And I mean, they were like, it was like free entertainment the whole time they were here. So I'm, you know, that I will miss, but at the same time, it's definitely a layer of chaos in my house that I don't need right now. So the fact that they are 100% done with what they needed to do, which is nice. And then now we're just waiting for Adam to put on these finishing touches. So there we have it. But just about done, which I love it. And we love the new space. I'll do like I'll go on my stories and kind of walk around and show you the closet. I'm super happy with the closet. The inserts I bought from Lowe's. The builders did hang parts of it and then Adam finished it. It was actually a lot easier to install once you figured out where everything went. So, highly recommend the inserts I got from Lowe's. Weren't terrible. I mean, especially if you're looking at something like California closets or like a custom insert. I didn't think this was terribly priced for what we got, and I love it. What else? I love my new sunroom. I still don't have furniture in it. I still have a lot of furniture up in the one barn here of stuff from my old house that we just didn't have any space here for in the house before the build. So the plan is to just bring all of that down here and see what I actually want to use in the new addition, and then get rid of whatever I'm not gonna use, whether we give it away or donate it or sell it or whatever. But then I would have to say I'm officially moved in, officially settled. I love my new office. I couldn't even I just love the new office space. I love all the light. And then once the pond is done, hey Destiny, once the pond is done, oh my gosh, I will spam the hell out of that pond. I'm so excited. It's a pretty much done. We're just waiting for it to fill now. And then I got this giant fountain. Remember I was talking about it in my stories, this giant fountain. It shoots 13 feet in the air and it's 30 feet around. I'm so excited. That pond cannot fill fast enough. I know it rained pretty heavy here last night and I'm like, oh, my pond's gonna fill up, but it didn't. But there's tons of water on this farm, so I'm sure before we know it, it'll be filled. I'm super excited about it though. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, yeah. Well, let me see what else is going on. We this weekend, the kids are with their dad, so pretty much just finishing up some projects here around the house. We do want to get all the crap that, like I said, we probably want to move some furniture around. I know Adam wants to work on the AC in the shower. So it's just a lot of stuff that needs done. And then the kids and I leave for Disney next week. So that'll be exciting. Kids and I are going to Florida for Disney we fly out a week from Sunday, I guess. So that's fun. But anyway, I hope you guys have fun plans for the weekend. Sorry, I just literally got mascara all over my eyelid. So this angle, what do you guys think? The lighting is still not good. I feel like I need more light, but I guess it's okay that you guys sit there. That would work for me if it works for the angle. Disney since she was 12. Yeah, this would be, I think, the third trip with the kids to Disney. You know what I say about Disney all the time? Is it is a completely different experience without kids. If you haven't been there as an adult without kids, you really need to go. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that in front of you guys. You really need to go check it out. It is a whole different experience without kids. It's crazy. And it's a lot of fun too, because you find you don't do the kid stuff. As an adult, you wouldn't, somebody text me. Will somebody send me a message, because I'm using two of my phones right here and those are the two that are in this room. I need to make dinner reservations. Somebody send me a message, whether it's in my DMs or shoot me a text if you have my cell phone. Don't forget to make dinner reservations. There's a couple of restaurants we want to go to and I need to get those reservations in. But there are some really good places. Yeah, Epcot, that's what I was just going to say. There's some good restaurants in Epcot that we like. There's really good restaurants all over in all of the parks if you want to go, if you're just going without kids. But it is a super fun experience, especially Epcot. You can literally eat your way through. I know they do a food and wine festival, which I've been there for that. That's a lot of fun. Halloween, Disney at Halloween is a lot of fun too. So there's always that. Yeah, so I'm excited, but I'm excited to take the kids. I know all the kids are super excited to go. So that will be, we fly out next Sunday. So a week from Sunday is when we're flying out. So that'll be fun. And then we are going to take, let me see, we got another trip planned. Probably we're going to do the family trip up to the lake house sometime. I guess we're going to shoot sometime in August. And then at some point we got to get married because we have a marriage license and we have no wedding planned, which we're not gonna do a big to-do. Just want it small, but I also don't want to just go sign papers either. So at some point we got to do that as well. So anyway, and it's already, it's already the middle of July. So how fast is this summer going? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What is going on here? That pear doesn't belong there. Yeah, so the first thing I sprayed, I'm an Oribe hair products girl. I know everybody loves all kinds of products. Oribe is kind of I don't want to say it's old school, but it's not as popular anymore. But I love their hair products. Though when I did hair, that was my go-to hair products when I did hair, and I still use them on my own hair. The Wedding Chapel at Disney, Adam's actually not going, although that would have been fun, huh? The product I use first is a heat protectant. It's called Royal Blowout. It's got a lot of great uses, but I use it as a heat protectant before I wrap the curling iron around it. And then I'm not a big hairspray user, So I like to use the Orbe Texture Spray as kind of like a, I don't know, like a finishing spray, I guess I want to call it. It's got just enough grip to hang on to it, but it doesn't, like I can run my fingers through it. It doesn't make it feel sticky or stiff or anything like that. Like I'm like that girl. Like I could never be one of those people that doesn't brush their hair. Like anybody on here that doesn't brush their hair, like I know there's lots of people that don't. I mean, there's a whole culture of people that don't run a brush through their hair. They just don't do it. And their hair is gorgeous. But I don't know. I guess I'm just too old school. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I need to be able to. And I feel like, because sometimes I do, when I do run a brush through it, sometimes because I have a lot of natural texture, it can look almost frizzy or poofy or something. And it actually looks better if I don't put a brush through it. But holy pockets, I'm missing some of your comments, guys, so I want to make sure I refresh. But yeah, so anyway, I'm not sure what happened to that piece, but we're not going to worry about it because we're going to end up in the pool later this afternoon. I just need to look a little presentable right now so I can create some content later. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. I like to pride myself on the fact that I've grown such a large following and don't show my boobs or my butt on social media. So there's that. But I hope you guys are going to have a great day. I have a feeling it's going to be another super humid day. We have these, because I'm marrying a farmer, so the weather is super important in this house. So we have these sensors outside that there's like weather thing, clock / thingy in our kitchen and then one in the bedroom. So we've got these sensors outside that, you can tell inside what the outside temperature is and humidity level and stuff like that. So this morning, the one in the kitchen said it was 156 degrees outside. And I was like, oh my gosh, like yesterday, the last couple of days, it's been in the 90s. And where it sits, I think it's like, it must be sitting right in the sun because I think it was registering at like 100 and some yesterday. But at 5:30 in the morning for it to register that it's 156 degrees, I'm like, oh my gosh, either it's like a real scorcher out there already this morning, or I think it's broke. So trust me, it wasn't that hot this morning. It was humid, but I was still able to like open the sunroom windows. It was still nice and cool outside. But it was funny how that, I don't know if it got too much rain last night or something. But anyway, I do have to give a huge shout out because I see it on social media a lot. People talking about Starlink, the Starlink Wi-Fi and internet. We got that here at the farm because when I moved here, he just had some sort of local Wi-Fi, and although it was fine for him, but I work from home. Like I do lives, I do Zoom, so I needed like something a little bit better. And we ended up, a friend of mine who lives on the West Coast, another Thrive promoter, she said, you guys should check out Starlink. Let me tell you, that stuff is awesome. Like it is really good. And I thought I had really good, because where I lived before, we had really good internet service, which I paid a lot of money for too, because I, bought the top package, that kind of thing, with, teenagers and, working from home and stuff like that. But I thought I had really good internet at my old house. And this one, I'm telling you, this Starlink, man, that is some prime internet. And even with all the storms we had last night, like his old internet would go down and it would be down for hours. Like it would go down at night if it stormed, and then you're like, good luck, you're not getting it back till the next morning. It went down. Now it was very windy here yesterday, and it went down for like 6 minutes yesterday, and then it was right back up. So if anybody is looking for a new internet company or considering Starlink, just do it. It's a little bit of a bite at first because you have to buy all the equipment. But I mean, I think in the end, because you're not renting equipment or stuff like that, or leasing equipment, however they do it, it's so worth it. And it's not terribly expensive either, like the monthly fee, because again, you bought the equipment to start. Yeah, their intentions. I know a lot of people say that about, because it's Elon Musk and their intentions and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't get so hung up on that. Like the same thing with like everybody talking about TikTok and China and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? All of our information is already out there. People that want that kind of stuff are gonna find it no matter what, whether you have TikTok or not, or whether you have Starlink or not. And I don't know. I guess I don't get into that kind of stuff, but if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's okay. So, but anyway, all right, guys, I am ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go get some work done. And then, like I said, I'm fairly certain the kids and I are going to end up in the pool later. So I will catch you guys later. So thanks so much for hanging with me. My first Get Ready With Me live in the new bathroom in like forever. So I love you. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, later I'll be doing a trial live. So if you wanted any trials, I can get them packed for you live and I can ship them out today. But I will catch you guys later. Bye, Facebook. Oh, hang on. There you go. Bye, Instagram.